Hello, this is Lee Anthony Davis here with another announcement video for my YouTube channel. I do apologise for the time that it's come on. It's roughly around 10 to 5. The reason being I had to rush off to London yesterday in the early hours of the morning, believe it or not. I had to sort something out. It's done. I'm now back. So anyway, that's the reason why I've gone on late with this video. Remember, it still stands. I've got to try and make this video shorter. So I've got to beat my record, which was 20:37. That's 20 minutes, 37 seconds. Right, okay, getting on. Well, obviously, I haven't announced the day today. It's Monday, the 9th of October. Warm welcome for joining me. Right, so as you know, these videos are announcements on group. Today, it's Group of the Week, because we've reached the end of the week, Monday to Sunday. Contributor of the Week for Monday to Sunday. And then it's birthdays, today's birthdays, Doctor Who news. And then it's updates, and then it's Doctor Who DVD collection. This time it's the final series of David Tennant. I'll just show you a quick review of it. And then it's the Doctor Who quiz question and the answer from yesterday. And then moving on to your comments, which is so important to me, on me Lost in Space, and of course on this actual video itself. And also what's coming up. Right, so okay, I'm going to get on with this, right? So Group of the Week. Remember, this is for the whole week now. Group of the Week between Monday the 2nd of October to Sunday the 8th of October goes to the Essential Fawlty Towers group. The Essential Fawlty Towers group is Group of the Week. Right, Contributor of the Week for Monday the 2nd of October to Sunday the 8th of October goes to Lucy Smith. Congratulations to her. I'll be posting this up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and my story. Right, moving on. It's birthday announcements time for Monday the 9th of October. Celebrating their birthdays today are Reese Harvey, Cheryl Lynn Hoeg, Legacy Arts and Jürgen Glab are all celebrating their birthdays. Well done to them. Right, Doctor Who news. Former Doctor Who, I've actually got the better take here. Doctor Who news. Former Doctor Who Peter Capaldi has gone on record saying of Tennant and Smith, they were always there for me, talking about the special bond they had and how they supported him even through his turbulent time in the 3 years he was at Doctor Who. This was an interview he gave while filming season 2 of The Devil's Hour. He also has given his backing to the new Doctor, Ncuti Gatwa, who he got on very well at the Scottish BAFTAs, where he was joined by his mom, and they sat at the table and they had a real good laugh. And he believes that he's going to be a very good Doctor. So the taste is in the eating, isn't it? We'll soon know if he's any good on the first day. Remember, Doctor Who is usually nailed. To define a character, the actor has to establish it on the first time he shows himself. If he can't sort of win the audience over after that, he's going to have a struggle on his hands. So let's hope the scripts are perfect for this one. Right, okay then, moving on. That's the news. I'll give you some news to do with the 60th anniversaries tomorrow, hopefully. Right, updates. This is my Lee Anthony Davis, the Doctor Who page, the Lee Anthony Davis, the Doctor Who group, and the Instagram account I've got. And also, I'll tell you that in coming up. I'll just stick to the plan. Right, updates. My page has reached 110 followers. Thank you very much. My group has just gone over 100. It's now 101, and Instagram account is now nearly at 110. It's 109 at the moment. So thank you for following me and joining my groups, and I hope it continues. Right, Doctor Who question. Remember the Dalek? I gave you a Dalek question. Basically, what's Dalek story did we see the Daleks elevate themselves off the ground? You know, when they had stairs to negotiate. In the olden days, they just glided on the floor because they were powered by static electricity. But John Nathan Turner obviously won for the first. That was back in the classic era. We saw Sylvester McCoy running up the stairs, and this Dalek actually propelled himself off the floor and started going up the stairs like that. So who says a Dalek can't follow you? So they are the superior. Tom Baker says, if you're the superior human being, if you're meant to be the most superior creatures in the universe, why don't you come up why don't you come up after me? And Dalek, really angry, he's just shot his gun at him, and Tom Baker grinned. But that was in Destiny of Daleks. The answer you're looking for is Remembrance of the Daleks. Remember that? Remembrance of the Daleks, 1988, I think it was. It was the first time a Dalek actually moved off the floor, didn't it? It went upwards. It also was done again in the new Doctor Who adventures, Dalek. Remember that? And I think it's a copycat, really. I think they wanted to, because the new audience didn't realise that it had been done before. Who knows? But I like the idea they did it again. Now Daleks do it so much that it's hard to believe they couldn't do it. But anyway, never mind all that. That's the answer to that question. Right, another question for you. Which former Doctor Who did William Hartnell, well, should I say, which former Doctor Who's did William Hartnell, work with before he became Doctor Who? In other words, before 1963, he'd worked with these actors before. So that's the question. Who are those actors who went on to be doctors themselves? Right, let's have a look. What else? Oh, yes, sorry, I do apologise. I'm reading the wrong sheet, but not for that. That was correct. My Doctor Who DVD collection is Series 4. There you go. This is the one with Catherine Tate and David Tennant, and now they're back again as David Tennant and Catherine Tate, and their respective characters, the Doctor and Donna Noble. This is the finale to season 4, and the finale, you could say, to David Tennant and Catherine Tate and everything else, because after that it was specials, 1 hour specials, the Planet of the Dead, Waters of Mars, and of course the finale, the End of Time, part 1 and 2, which was basically him and the Master battling it out. Anyway, and obviously the return of Gallifrey and Time Lords. But anyway, we start off with the Kylie Minogue adventure. This is the one she appeared in, and I mentioned that a few videos before, that she could be back in it again, but not in this new series, in the next one, as Astrid. Anyway, she's in this one. She plays a cocktail waitress, I think, and she has a few goes down to earth with the Doctor, basically. It's quite good, really. I have seen her act. We all know she can act. She was in Neighbours, remember? She's in The Sullivans, and she's been in some ill-fated films, I believe, you know, that didn't quite do well in the box office. Something to do with I don't know. What's that game called where you had all those fighters and all that? I can't remember. It's unforgettable anyway. But she was in that anyway. But she was in this, and she was bloody good. And you can admit that. Yeah, I mean, if I'm the only one, I must be unique, because it must be because I think she's good, you know, and I think her character needs to return, don't you? Because she didn't really die, did she? In Doctor Who, they can write them any way they want, you know. So anyway, she was good in this, in Voyage of the Damned. And I thought the gold statues, you know, before the trailers and everything, I actually thought they were the Axons, but they weren't. They were guardian angels of hell. Run by Max, what's his name? I don't know, the half-human cyborg or something. Sadly, Kylie Minogue drove the forklift truck, and she has written out the episode to be killed, or apparently she's not killed. She's turned into a load of atoms. But she's still there somewhere in space, and who knows, she might materialise into a form again. But I think it could be done. Anyway, that was a good story. That was Voyage of the Damned. It's a takeoff on the Titanic, let's be honest. Anyway, moving on. Partners in Crime. This is where we see the return of Donna Noble. This is an arc. To begin with, this will start as an arc right to the end. One of you will die, said Dalek Khan, remember, towards it in one of the last 2 episodes. He prophesied it, he saw it. He's also prophesizing Davros's death as well, and destruction, and the Daleks with it. So anyway, this is the Partners in Crime. Those little bloody, what was it, those little things, I don't know, little cutie sort of made of fat. It's a good idea that the fat falls away from you, but you know, in reality, the fat bloody goes back on you very fast. Anyway, but it's what are they called, antipodes? I can't remember. But you had Sarah Lancashire playing the sinister nanny, but it was good. I liked it. Next one is more of a historical one, but it's the Fires of Pompeii. This is the one that introduced, what's he called? He's been in Quadrophenia. He's done, I can't remember. I'm not very, like I said, not very good names, especially when I'm running against the clock. I've got to think of it. Something Davis. I think you'll put me to the sword on that one. Anyway, it's a good story. Peter Capaldi is in this one. Peter Capaldi, and I think that's he did the same thing as Colin Baker did. He appeared in an earlier Doctor Who adventure. Same with Karen Gillan. She was in this as well. Karen Gillan was in this, but she didn't have much of a part. She played one of those sisters, you know, of whatever they were, and she you know, with the eyes when she did that, you know, but basically she was in this at the beginning. You saw her as the Doctor and Donna are walking through the city, and you saw you saw Karen Gillan, who's playing that character with red robes or whatever, actually following her. She didn't, like I said, it was a cameo role, but it's an introduction. Also, Freema Algerman was in it as well before she became an assistant. It was called the what was it? It was the last one, Doomsday, or no, it might have been before that. What was it? The Army of Ghosts. That's it. Right. Okay. Then moving on. But I like it's a nice take on changing history. The Fires of Pompeii. Right, and then we got the Planet of the Ood. We learned more about the Ood. Remember, the last time we saw them was in the Impossible Planet and stuff like that. But we got more on them, and we learned they're a slave race, and they had an operation done on them, so they could not sort of think or whatever. Their brains are in their hands and stuff like that. It was a very good story. I liked it. And then they rebelled, and that was even better. So it was like a revolution. Right, moving on to the Return of the Sontarans. It's not a bad story as it goes. They created this gas or something that went in a car, but really it was a weapon. And there's 400 million of them, because everyone drives a car these days, don't they? And they turned them against humanity, making it into a Sontaran world, so they could sort of use the Earth as another hatching post for their cadets or whatever, I don't know. But they were stopped. The Doctor nearly risked his life, but that kid called Luke or something decided, he realised whose side he should be on in the end, and that was that. And he blew himself up with the Sontarans. And then that led on to one of them surviving and not popping up in the Sarah Jane Adventures. Yes, he was meant to be Karg or something. He was Karg the Destroyer. I don't know. Anyway, that's that. Then we had the second part of the. Well, Bernard Cribbins was in this one as well, remember? And we had the next adventure features David Tennant's wife, Georgia Moffat. I didn't know she was his wife at the time. Yeah, she was. She's obviously Peter Davison's daughter, and so I think it's Sandra Dickinson. That was Peter Davison's first wife, and that's who she was born to. They were born from that marriage. She was born from that marriage, Georgia. Anyway. That is the Doctor's daughter. It was all right, but it was a little bit flimsy towards the end. You know, all this speeches they were giving and stuff, and then she gets shot dead, and then she comes back to life. So she's out there somewhere. So her character certainly isn't dead, is it? Anyway, the Unicorn and Wasp. Is all right. This is Agatha Christie, obviously. We see that Agatha Christie loses her. We find out why she had a sort of 3-day sort of disappearance, and she obviously the Doctor came into her life, and this giant wasp came into her life, and this wasp happens to be a sort of half human, a Vesper. That's it, a Vesper, and he was actually reading the human side of him was reading Agatha Christie, so he's committed murders in the Agatha Christie way, as you know. Great story though, I liked it. It had Felicity Kendall in it, brilliant stuff. Anyway, Silence of the Library, very good story. This is the Vashta Narada. Vashta Narada. This is the piranhas in the shadows that strip you clean if you go near the shadows or something, and they tear in 2 seconds. So they're a very deadly enemy, and very ancient and very old. That takes us to the second one. I'm not going to give you an insight in this, you know the story anyway. Moving on, what I think is my favourite story, Midnight, with Leslie Sharp. She plays brilliantly as Skye, doesn't she? And unfortunately, she's no longer Skye. She's been taken over by some sort of entity, unknown, of course, because the planet revolves around some sort of sun that makes everything poisonous. You know, like the crystals. But it's got a fantastic landscape. Apparently something lives there that can survive in that and also can make the transfer, and it wanted to get to it wanted to reach human civilization, so it could sort of pass himself into everything, you know, so take over, in other words, control. But the doctor stopped him in the end, or was it I can't remember the hostess at that, but she was the one that realised and put the two and two together, what was going on, because the thing was copying them, then it was in front of them, and you know, and all that. It was very good though, wasn't it, how they did it? They must have really worked hard in rehearsals on that one. And then, oh yeah, David Troughton was in that one. David Troughton, Michael Troughton, Patrick Troughton's son. Yeah, right. Okay. That's Midnight, one of my favourite stories. And then we had the Turn Left. This is what happens if Donna never met the Doctor. You know, I'm not going to go into it all. It's all right as stories go. It all gets revolved back to normal. It's to do with the Trickster and his little brigade or something that who turns up on the Sarah Jane Adventures, and he's one of the I don't know who she is, but the Chinese woman I'm on about, she tricks Donna into going in there, and she tries to make her make a decision against the decision she made. Turn left, turn right, you know. Anyway, it's called Turn Left. It's all right, but it all gets revolved. I think this is to bring to give you an insight that the character Rose was returning and many other things were happening. But it was a good. I like Bernard Cribbin's depiction of the story. I think he was good in it. Right, moving on. Stolen Earth and Journey's End. Well, they were all right as Dalek stories go, but the predictability and the cheesy thing at the end was when they had all the characters in the TARDIS, you know, and this music going on and all smiling at each other. Yeah, very nice, very cosy, very sweet. But it was all right for a Dalek story. I've got to move on. Sorry about this. Right, moving on to the next one. Right, there'll be another Doctor Who DVD collection. I think it'll be the specials I do all once. Right, Doctor Who quiz question I've done. And then we move on to comments. Right, this is very important. I've got some comments here. I'll just get onto it now. Let's see. Doing that, do that, do that. Bear with me a few seconds. I'm nearly here. Here we go. Yes, there we are. Comments. Oh, shut up. Yeah, I don't like the sound of my own voice. Sorry. Right, here we go. I've got a comment here from Alan Seymour. He says this is to do with, obviously to do with, you know, the Lost in Space. I wouldn't invite. Oh no, this is to do with my video I made. Sorry, I do apologise. I wouldn't invite. I would. I can't read it right. Sorry, I do apologise, Alan. Let me just read it quick. I wouldn't mind an invite to the Lee Anthony Davis's the Sarah Jane Adventures page when you release the page tomorrow, and the answer to the Doctor Who questions, Remembrance of the Daleks. Thank you, Alan. Yes, thank you. I might. Don't worry, you'll get an invite. Don't worry. Aaron Baker also wants an invite. Yes, don't forget to invite me, Lee, both to your new page and new group, which starts on Monday. Love the quiz, and I will go with Remembrance of the Daleks. You're both right. Thank you very much. I haven't got time left because I'm running on time, but if I go on anymore, I won't have much time left. So I'm going to tell you what's coming up, because this is the most important thing. I've got Lost in Space coming up very shortly, the cliffhangers, you know. Then I'll be adding Doctor Who videos, you know, little excerpts on this channel. Watch this space. It'll probably follow later on today. And also my Sarah Jane Adventures, the Lee Anthony Davis, the Sarah Jane Adventures page, the Lee Anthony Davis, the Sarah Jane Adventures group will be out now on Facebook. So if you wish to join, I've got, I believe when I looked, somebody has already joined. So that I've got to go and welcome them. Anyway, I'll be doing updates on that, not on the Lee Anthony Davis Doctor Who group anymore, because I've reached 100, but and the page has done all right. So it'll be now the Sarah Jane and the Sarah Jane page and group that I'll be doing updates on. Telling you how they're doing, and when they reach 150, the other ones I will let you know, right? So there'll be sort of the milestones I'll be hoping to get for them. So anyway, that's it from me. I've done it. I'm well in within 20 minutes. For the first time in about maybe in about 4 weeks, I've got it down to less than 20 minutes. So I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to thank you very much for watching this video. Look out for Lost in Space coming up shortly, and also some Doctor Who video I'll be bunging up as well. Right, thank you for your thank you also for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it very much. And also, if you wish to join my group and page that's out now on both of them, Doctor Who or Sarah Jane, you may wish so. Just answer the questions. If you're a Doctor Who fan, no problem, I'll let you on. I'll see you tomorrow, but earlier than this. Have a nice day for today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.